So look, if you've been following me for a while, you know I absolutely hate the sports media, but if you're new, I'll provide you some context, okay? So, I'm not the biggest fan of ESPN. I'm not the biggest fan of Fox Sports 1. I'm not the biggest fan of NBC Sports. And it has to deal with the opinionated debate shows that go on there. Such as First Take, such as, Speak for Yourself, The Herd, Undisputed. You have a bunch of these other shows that exist, right? And my main takeaway is that they ruin professional sports. And the reason why is because they don't say things because they generate actual opinions through thought processes and stuff like that. It's because they say things for clicks and likes. These people have no integrity whatsoever because they just do it because they make a paycheck. You might be saying, Space, why are you going after these people? Because we had a recent situation that occurred on Twitter, I know of all places, the best place for discourse, by the way, where Micah Parsons called out a certain individual, Fox Sports 1, who's been causing quite the stir in the Cowboys fan base, and, he's doing it because he's trying to make a name for himself. And that person by the name of Emmanuel Acho. So for those that are unaware, this guy played linebacker for a couple of years, and then he went into the media. And he's just been doing nothing. From what I have seen, he's been doing nothing but talk about the Cowboys and say stupid-ass opinions because he wants to get likes and views. Now you might be saying, Space, you're giving him his attention, and why? The reason I'm talking, and now keep in mind, this is the first time I'm talking about this individual on this channel, and the main reasoning for that is because we need to have a legit discussion on what is going on, because we had one of our players in Micah Parsons call this dude out, and I'll provide you what exactly happened. So, he said the following, and this is verbatim what he said on Twitter. The Cowboys should hate the release of Jalen Smith because they love first-round pick Micah Parsons, and this adds more to his plate. Parsons was already asked to do too much last week. Look how it will cost him in the Cowboys points. And he's doing some dumbass film session where he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And you can go watch this for yourself. I'm not going to play because I don't want a copyright strike from freaking Fox Sports. And then Micah ratioed this man to hell by saying, I don't think you have any idea what you're talking about. And once again, this is a horrible take. Then Emmanuel had the balls to be like, I respect your opinion. Your game as on-the-ball linebacker and your agent too much to go back and forth. The big eye in the sky don't lie. My job is to make television. Your job is to make tackles. Based on your profile pics, looks like we're both winning. Keep doing you, I'll do me. Listen, man, I'm sick and tired of this shit. Because it's people like this, and I understand, oh, Space, Micah shouldn't have said anything. The part that irritates the hell out of me is that people in the media think they can get away with this shit. Saying oh, well, I'm on TV and I can say whatever the hell I want. You go and play football. Man, shut the hell up. You act like you're all high and mighty. If you want to go down that path, we can easily talk about how you barely did anything in the NFL. And I'm not trying to go that low and try to do personal insults because that's not what I try to do. But my thing is that if you want to go down the route, well, I'm on TV or I try to make television. So that means you're trying to make views and shit like that. Well, we can talk about how you are just trying to do this stuff because you want attention. I know anybody that's watching knows that's exactly what I hate. I hate people that say shit to get attention, and that's why I get even more irritated when it's people in the sports media that get paid hundreds and thousands to millions of dollars to say stuff like this. And like me, I'm just a small guy that works a day job that, when I come on here and say stuff, and if you super chat and stuff like that, that's fine. I'm not going to change my opinion. Or rather, I can change my opinion. I'll admit if I'm wrong on something. My main thing is I'm not afraid to have integrity and change my mind. Or I'm not afraid to say my piece and be worried about some, guy over my shoulder saying, hey, you shouldn't be saying that type of stuff because that's not a good opinion to have. I don't really care. You can have whatever opinion you want. But if you're saying this stuff to make clicks and money, oh, that's it. I already get irritated with Skip Bayless. I already get irritated with Shannon Sharp and, all these other guys. But to go out there and say this type of stuff irritates the hell out of me. This is a guy that already went out and talked about how Dak Prescott can't be in the MVP conversation because this dude only threw 3 touchdowns, but for some reason, and things change on the dime, and then he wants to act like he never said it, like, oh, I didn't say anything. Dude, you said this shit in week 2. We're now in week 4. Dak Prescott's thrown 10 touchdowns thus far, from what I understand. I'm not looking at the stats right now, but from what I understand, he's thrown 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's thrown us over 1,000 yards, and here we are with a Cowboys team that's 3-1, that's rolling and beating good teams, and you have the nerve to now all of a sudden change your tune without acknowledging I was wrong. Man, go get the hell out of here with this type of stuff. You know, and I get it that many of us can look at this and be like, man, I don't know why you're losing this time. It's because this is the one thing that I want people to realize, that there are guys not only in our Dallas Cowboys YouTube community, there's not only people in other sports, like there's people all on YouTube that have way better takes that should be getting a lot more revenue than these guys on cable television because they want to make their clicks and likes and stuff like that. I'm not saying this for clicks and likes. I'm saying this because this comes from an integral part of my heart that thinks that this is wrong, right? So if you're going to go out here and say stuff because you're trying to make television, then god damn it, I don't blame anybody for calling this jackass out, right? And you know, as I put my glasses back on so I can just look at a couple other things, because then he even went on to say, and then Mike ends up going on to say, I mean, we definitely go in the drawing board together to prove how wrong you are. All I'm saying is don't post stuff on social media that's not true until you actually know the coverage and job obligation of each player on the field. Because actually me and Jalen was right. So now keep in mind, Jalen, you know, meant a lot to some of these guys because, you know, they felt that they had a bond together. And I feel that, right? I understand that. You know, football's a business, and there was reasons the Cowboys cut him. I already talked about that. You can go see that video. But then he goes on to say, I respect your dialogue, and in the offseason we can get some film after y'all's playoff run. I've never seen a coverage where 3 defenders are within 5 yards of each other. But you in the meeting room, so you got it. I like to call it, like I say, never too proud to admit if I'm wrong. Meanwhile, here's this Jack guy. You know, he's not, he wasn't wrong about Dak Prescott and how he can't be in the MVP conversation. Meanwhile, he's like, what, like 2 touchdowns off from leading the NFL in touchdown passes? Like, are we forgetting this is the same dude that's second in completion percentage behind Kyler Murray, being one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league? Like, get the hell out of here, man. You have admitted you're wrong. Get the hell, like, no, you can't be saying this shit. Like, it's just hilarious how Emmanuel Acho thinks he's hot shit. Plain and simple. You're not, dude. You're just saying this stuff because you're just trying to get a quick view and a quick like. And sure, you might be, once again, coming at me saying, Space, why are you giving this dude attention? It's because I'm going to say this once and in this video only. This guy deserves the least amount of attention, and if he's going to say some dumb stuff and he wants his attention, we got to throw everything at him and say that he's wrong. And I love seeing this type of stuff because then they start squirming when players call out on their BS. So, I think I've gone on long enough, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini rant and stuff like that. So, without further ado, if you wanted to like this video, if you want to subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, because I know a couple people have been DMing me to do another style of this video about some Cowboys fans, and not anyone on YouTube. I'm talking about like 80% like jackass Cowboys fans, similar to that of what I did in my little mini-series, The Worst of Cowboys Twitter. Okay, so with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye, guys.